My name is Zoe, and this past summer I helped my boyfriend find his family dog. It was a couple months ago now, and we were driving around, and we got a phone call that Chewy, his dog, was missing. And it was really scary. Nobody'd seen him for a couple hours at that point. And I said, we gotta get down there. We gotta go to your parents' house and we gotta do what we can.
Oh, hold on. Mr. Noisy.
Come here, Chewy. Come up here.
Come on up. Come on. Come on.
There you
The
go.
man of the hour.
Hi, we're the Shays. I'm Tim, and this is my wife, Holly. And that's
Hello.
Chewy.
And this is the little troublemaker.
We were outside doing lawn work, exactly 1:05. Chewy was out with us.
Yep.
And I thought he was with me the whole time. I thought he was with me. And
Had to go to the neighbor's yard.
I had to go to the neighbor's yard, which is close to what we call now Chewy's Triangle, which is down the end of our road. So I thought he was with me in the back, and Holly was on our side of the fence. You have Chewy? No, I don't have Chewy. You have Chewy? No, Chewy's not here. I'm like, oh, so we know where Chewy is. Chewy's down at Chewy's Triangle. Holly looks, because she was out there before me. She goes to the front. She's like, he's not there. And I come running out. He's got to be there.
We weren't worried yet.
We're not far from worried.
He's done this.
Yeah.
He's done this before.
Then we look down, he's not there, so we figure if he's not there, he's in the house, so we go check the house.
Then we got in the car.
And Holly's done this a number of times where she's gotten in the car, but he's never gone farther
Not
than
far. And then
one
I'll see him
street
and he'll
over.
hop in. He'll be like,
Yeah,
he'll
always
hop
excited.
in.
Always excited to see the car, so he jumps right in.
Yep.
So Holly does a lap around the block,
Started getting a
nothing.
little worried.
Now she comes back, nothing. I'm like, nothing. So the whole neighborhood was looking for him. Now we're looking at over an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Now we're getting worried.
Now it's full-blown panic.
After that night, after not finding Chewy, I knew we needed to ramp up our search.
Our neighbor had heard back saying someone's mentioned dog on recovery, and then
The next day.
Zoe was like, "That's it, I'm on it," and she just went full force, dog on recovery, right, Chewy?
And it was maybe about midway through that day that I was told about Dog Gone Recovery. I think a few people had commented it. Holly had told me that somebody commented on one of her friends' posts about it. So I submitted their form and they got back to me really soon.
My name is Melissa. I am a registered nurse. I have been doing this for about 2 years. It hasn't been that long, but it seems like it's been that long. A lot of dogs saved in 2 years. I was always looking to get involved with some kind of dog rescue. One day I was walking in my neighborhood and I saw the posters for a lost dog. You just jump right in, you feel like you have to do something. I did, and met the other volunteers walking around my neighborhood, and they were like, oh, if you want help, sign out, fill out an application, and that's how it began. This is Connecticut Dog on Recovery is full volunteer. We have about 45 volunteers all over Connecticut. I feel like there's probably a dog missing in this area, which is Fairfield County, where I'm the lead here, every other day. The referral will come in, will be tagged to it. Whoever the volunteer is, the lead volunteer is in the community. I'll get the notification on my phone. I have to call the owner and go through breed, sex, collar, no collar, how it happened. Are they neutered? Are they spayed? Are they friendly? Are they skittish? Are they new rescue? Then we kind of go from there.
She kind of took it right from there, asking all the right questions, asking, is it okay if we put that he needs medication? That will kind of help people, especially if you think he's been taken, because people are more likely to return a dog who needs medication. It just kind of worked from there. I sent over the original draft of the poster to Tim and Holly and Cooper and all of his brothers, and I said, how's this? Does this look good to you guys?
So Zoe told me what's going on, and she's like, they're great. I sent over information. They're gonna make signs right away.
Once the flyer is approved, then it goes on all of the social media platforms. Facebook, the Ring app, Next Door Neighbor app, and then whoever is, like say Fairfield County or Fairfield the dog is missing from, then I would share it to Moms of Fairfield, Connecticut Lost Pets, the Fairfield Animal Control. We call the non-emergent police if it's after hours, because a lot of people don't know that if a dog is missing after hours, they call animal control and leave a message. Police actually pick the dogs up in the middle of the night and bring them to animal control after hours. The number one thing people want to do is chase their dog. Everybody always thinks you should chase the dog. That is absolutely 100% not what you're supposed to do. Calming signals, which are on our website, sitting on the ground, calling them calmly, not clapping, not whistling. So we always say, put clothing, something that they remember for smelling wise, outside. Try to get them to come back to the house.
Zoey said, oh my gosh, she's putting up signs in your neighborhood already. I'm like, what? So I ran home, and perfect timing, I pull up, and she's right out the door. She's like, are you Holly? I'm like, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. She had signs already all over the neighborhood. They were incredible. I said, well, give me some. I'll do the rest. She's like, I have a few more to do. She goes, here, take the rest. I said, okay. And then one of our neighbors came over. He's like, do you need help? And I'm like, you want to take these? He's like, yes. So he took some and went. I took the rest. She was great. I was hugging her. We were crying. It was, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Very emotional.
Very emotional, and she was just an angel.
If they do get a sighting, you would go and you would do all the calming signals, sitting on the ground, tossing some food towards them. Most of the time, these rescue dogs, though, they need to be trapped. When you have to trap a dog, you have to set a feeding station up first with a camera to see if they even will eat the food. Once that occurs, then we could put a proper trap there and hope that they will go to the next time that they come back to the food. So this one, we would put some leaves or bedding or something on the bottom of the trap. We put the food way in the back here because the trip plate is over here. And then once the dog walks through here, this little trip plate right here, they would just step on it and it closes. You kind of have to get into the dog's head a little bit. Are they super scared? Are they ready to give up? Do they want a person next to them, or do they want to hide under a bush, you know? So you kind of do have to get a little bit into their head before you can kind of plan on how you're going to rescue them. Because we have high social media, people scroll, through it, troll through it, and pick out phone numbers, and owners will get text messages, if I send you a code, will you send me this? I have your dog, meet me here.
So I received a text that said, I think I have your dog. And it said, I'm going to send you a code. Send it back to me. So I know it's you or something straight. I said, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I showed someone at work and they were like, no, that is a scam. Do not do that. I was like, how can people do this? It's terrible.
I waited and was hoping to get a call, hoping, and nothing had come yet, but I was really hopeful that since we had literally spread the word all over town that something was going to happen, and I called up Cooper, my boyfriend, and I said, let's go down, we'll hang up more posters, I'll print some and pick them up, we'll go hang out with your parents, we'll get pizza, we'll do whatever we can, because they were in a really tough spot. I mean, it's really hard to lose a pet.
I got a call and the woman said, hi, I think my neighbor has your dog. And I was like, is this real? Because I already was scammed. She's like, yeah, no, this is real. But let me just make sure. Waiting. And the phone rang. I'm like, hello? Yes, my neighbor has your dog. It's Chewy. I know it's Chewy. I said, oh my gosh. Start crying. Everyone's cheering for us.
We pull up and we see the lady who just hung up with my wife flagging us down and pointing over there. So me and Tanner go hustling up the condominium, and in the back, there's the lady holding Chewy. She was petting him with her back to us, but Chewy was over her shoulder and saw me and Tanner. And we went, Chewy! He's rumbling into her arms and jumps out of his arm, comes up to the fence. I reach over, I grab him, Chewy! And the lady turns around, oh, he must know you. Like, yes, he does. Part of our family for 13 years.
We were on our way to go get the pizza. We had already made it down to their town, and we're sitting in the parking lot. I'm ready to go inside to get the pizza, and Tim calls us and says, we got Chewy, we got him. And we were like freaking out in the car. We're like, you actually have him. He's in your hands. You have him. And he's like, yes. We'll tell you the whole story when you get here. And we were just so excited.
We got a dog back, thanks to
Dog on Recovery. Boy, they were amazing.
She's the one that found him. Her
signs,
and her focus and her passion is what found Chewy. Not even a question.
It was the signs.
Not even a question.
The neighbor who saw them said, I saw that sign and I knew my neighbor had Chewy.
Yeah.
It was because of those posters that Chewy got to come home. And I really can't thank Dog on Recovery enough for all of the effort that they put in, the speed at which everything was done. It was truly amazing. The community support was awesome as well, just to see how dedicated they are, how fast they are at getting the word out. It was really awesome.
One time I had a dog fall into a foundation. She was this big, fluffy, white dog, mix of all sorts, but she was just like a big cotton ball. We looked for her for 2 days, couldn't find her. We were walking down the road to make sure that, she wasn't hit on the sides of the road anywhere. And the UPS driver said, there's construction going on up there. You guys should go check. We just walked up the driveway and we looked down inside a 12-foot foundation and she was just sitting there like looking up. This is the dog that was in the foundation for 2 days, just kind of hanging out there. Little puffball just staring back up at us after 2 days. And she was like nothing happened. I would say my all-time favorite though, her name was Aurora. They now call her Dora. She was a rescue from New Hampshire going to New Jersey. They stopped at the rest stop here in Fairfield and she jumped out of the car onto the Merritt Parkway. She played house in this little condo area. There was about 16 condos. And she stayed there for 3 weeks. I would go there and feed her. She would look at me, she's 20 feet away from me, but she wouldn't come so that I could grab her. I slept in my car to keep animals out of the kennel trap that we were trying to trap her in, because if she saw another animal get trapped in it, it would spook her and she would run. Finally, after conditioning her to the kennel trap, putting up door by door, 8 days, put up one side, put a little food next to it so she'd eat next to it, put up the other side, until we finally built the whole kennel, and then she went into it 3 weeks. And now she is this silly golden doodle, this big silly golden doodle who it never happened. Love getting updates from the families, get tons of them all the time. Text all the time, updating this is what they're doing, they're sleeping here, they're on vacation. I mean, that really makes it special.
She's the perfect person to be at that organization. She's just got so much life. She really cares for animals, and I'm sure every other volunteer is just like that there. They are a wonderful organization. Out of 10, how many dogs are you guys able to bring home out of the requests that you get for help?
I would say probably 7 or 8. Unfortunately, some do pass away. Some get hit by cars. We've had some drownings, and then some just disappear. Whether that is someone taking them, which a lot of people do take dogs, especially specific breeds. I would say probably 7 out of 10 most of the time.
The reason I got so involved and felt so close to this situation is because back in February of this year, I had lost my own dog. Different reasons, but losing a dog is it's like losing a best friend. And it was hard enough for me to say goodbye to my dog, and I actually got to say goodbye. And I couldn't imagine what it's like for the families who don't get to say goodbye. And I didn't want that for them. I didn't want the Shays to experience that heartbreak.
Oh, the sign
signs were the
sign was
signs that they put up.
We figured, someone taking a dog that needs medication, when they find out that he needs medication, I mean, they would be less apt to keep him. I think it's what saved Chewy.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really do.
well, Doggone Recovery did.
That's true.
And
their brilliance and their ideas.
They're
Putting a
just,
sign together like that, and then hustle.
oh my
that's
gosh,
come
they were
down
here
from where
within I can't say it enough. They were here
Yeah.
within like an hour, and
With
she already
passion.
had signs up everywhere.
Passion.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing passion for
Yep.
a dog that's lost. It's not even theirs.
Yep.
And knowing the heartbreak, it was.
She was crying with me.
That's just that's
It was
that's
amazing.
unbelievable.
Yep.
That's a passion.
Never think that your dog is not going to do something. People always say, not my dog. He's too old. He's too attached to me. He wants to eat at this certain hour, so he's not going to go missing until he does.